Hey guys, it's Gus. Today I'm working on the Kaiju. I was doing a little bit of maintenance, and the other day when we were driving it, we noticed that the rear shocks were really stiff. The fronts aren't quite as bad, but what I found is, for some reason, I don't know if this plastic piece here has been expanding from the oil it's in or something, but the piston, it sticks and they're really bad out for some reason now. And can't really see in there, but the inside looks perfectly fine. So the only thing I can figure is, I know sometimes plastic will swell from oil, and I think that this plastic is swelling. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my Dremel like this and just run it on here and lightly take just a little bit off until I can get it to slide back down smooth again. And the oil doesn't look too bad. I mean, it is a little bit dark. I do got a lot of time on it, so it's probably time to change this. They usually say about 50 packs, but I probably only got about 30, 35 packs through it, so I'm spilling all over. So I'm gonna give that a try, and we'll see how that works. Okay, I found out what it is. If you look on my Dremel bit after running it on there, it's actually the aluminum from rubbing in the shaft actually impregnated itself right into that piston. So yeah, all I'm gonna have to do is just clean them up. Evidently from the use, it just all the aluminum actually impregnated itself right into that plastic. So I just gotta turn it down a little bit, and it looks like we should be in good shape. There we go. I got that one turned down, and now it goes in there right. It's just a little bit, not really any play that you can feel, but it slides in and out real good. So I'm gonna go ahead and tear the rest of them apart and do the same to the rest of those, and we'll see how this one works with some shock oil in it. One thing I wanted to show you guys here is this stuff here. This is green slime. There's a part number on there, and you can just use silicone grease, but what I like to do to keep these O-rings lubed up, and it also helps the shocks from leaking, when I put them back together, I always just put a little bit of that around here. So, and then there's a little spacer up in here. Kind of hard to see, but there's a spacer in there, and then it pushes those O-rings up. So when I tighten this, I'll probably get a little bit squeezing out. Oh yeah, she works real good now. Just like brand new. And the other thing I wanted to mention is this ball end here comes off extremely hard. I mean, I almost had to put it in a vise. I had to actually put it in my vise and clamp it on here. I tried a vise grip, and that wouldn't hold it, and I didn't want to mar it all up, so I put this in my vise actually and clamped it down in order to get this to come off. So these things are really on there. Okay, so here we go. We got the all shocks all done. Before, it would stop about right here when I let up, and it wouldn't come up by itself. And now if you watch, it comes right back up. I like to keep just a little bit of sag in it. Now she comes up to where she's supposed to be. It's nice and smooth again. I don't know what the stock weight is, but I had some 35 sitting here, and it feels the same. So I'm gonna guess they probably had like 35 or 40 weight in there, which is about right. That's pretty standard, especially these have really small holes in the piston. And show you this Dremel again here. After I got them done, you can see that, and this was a new tip, and it's just embedded with metal. It's like all that metal came out of them those pistons, and it's plastic, so that's what caused it. It impregnated the plastic with the aluminum, and then it made the pistons too big, so they're binding in the shock body. Alright, that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Remember, it's free. And if you like what you see in here, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next one. Alright guys, we're back in the shop here, and I took her for a ride, or a drive, and everything's working really good now. One thing I did want to mention too, I've seen in the forums and stuff, a lot of people have been having issues breaking these upper arms. I went through like 5 of them now on top. I would say some were probably from cold, but some I don't know. Because the one day it was like 56 degrees and it wasn't that bad of a crash. So what I'm going to do, or what I did, is I soaked these top arms in WD-40 because, and I did that overnight, and now they're actually more flexible because it was actually bending the shaft or breaking here because the top is locked. There's no pivot in it, and these bottom arms are really flexible. So now that I've done that, if you watch, you can actually see those upper arms actually flex now. And so far I've got 3 runs on it doing that, and some pretty bad crashes, and it has not broken. I do have some other parts, and if they do break again on me, I'm going to actually change the upper arms to something different. But for now, I think I'm going to run it this way and just keep an eye on them, make sure they stay soft. If they start to stiffen up, I'll soak them back up again with some WD-40.